why is homicide here? Did he kill someone?
Let's take a deep breath.
What starts as a routine traffic stop quickly escalates into a life-changing situation. With two completely different accounts of the crash emerging, officers are left racing to piece together what really happened that night.
So you offered her a ride because she had been drinking and she declined you. I'm just putting it out there. You're not lying to me, are you?
At around 1 a.m. on Saturday, January 6, St. Petersburg police officer pulls over a vehicle driving down the highway. The reason is simple. The car's headlights are out. The officer is there to check on the driver, given the late night hours, and potentially issue a citation. But what is supposed to be a routine traffic stop is about to quickly spiral into chaos.
26, westbound 1975 on ramp.
Hey, good evening. What's this?
What?
You put me on that.
No, the phone. What's the phone thing you were showing me? Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you have your license registration on you? So I'm Officer C. I stopped you because you're driving with your headlights off.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. So just letting you know why I stopped you. Is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. No issues with the license registration as far as you're aware. Thank you so much. The car is registered to you?
Yeah, I just got his car less than a month.
Yeah, I saw the temp tag. All right, so what I'll do is I'll check it out. And I'm sorry, I had background with the traffic. Did you say the Tampa address is good?
I'm in Tampa, but it's a different address.
Okay, I'm just gonna run the tag, see if it comes back. If there's any issues, I'll let you know. I just want to make sure everything's valid. All right, I'll get back with you. All right. Holy! Tango 22. Can I get rescue out here? My cruiser was just hit by a car. And I had a really close call. I need to get checked out. And Tango 22, I did not get a description on that vehicle. I think it was white, possibly an SUV. It didn't stop. It's northbound on, possibly northbound on 275. I can't see the forks. I don't know which way it went. I don't have a tag.
26, I copy a white SUV.
Possibly a white SUV. I think it was a white vehicle. Can you let FHP know, please? I think it broke my arm or my hand. It didn't hit your car, right? You're okay?
No,
okay.
Hey, Ken, do you think your dash cam might have got attacked?
Yeah, it might have. It was going really fast, but I'll take a look. Just sit tight for me. We're going to be here for a minute, okay? Just sit tight, all right? Because I got to deal with two things at once now.
You would have had front end damage?
Yeah, front end, passenger side. Definitely did not slow down. Definitely did not move over. I'm going to take a look at the dash cam, see if I can get any sort of information to help you guys out. I'm surviving. My hand's broken.
Jesus Christ.
It's got to be. Well, relate it to FHP because I was too shocked. I couldn't see if he made a north or southbound.
You want to stand up on the side so I can check it for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Hopefully you can review it. Yeah. Dude, if he was 6 inches closer to me, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
Wait till you see that body camera footage. I am okay. Some guy almost killed me on the interstate, so I'm a little shook up. I think he broke my hand.
Yeah, I got a can.
But I'm okay, so I just want to let you know I'm okay. All right?
Let me get a picture of your hand real quick just before.
Yeah, man.
Let me get an overall real quick.
Sorry, buddy. I'm just shook up.
No, you're good, man.
I'm just,
I'm glad you're okay.
Wait till you see that footage, bro. I'm just glad to be alive. That was some scary. He almost killed me, bro. Yeah.
A few hours after the hit and run, investigators caught something while rewatching the dashcam footage. They ran the plates seen on the fleeing vehicle and got a hit. The tags came back to a 24-year-old named Mackenzie Deaton, and her address happened to be in the immediate area. Hours later, with no one coming forward, officers decided it was time to pay her a visit.
Building 22. Mackenzie? Hi, can you come talk to us real quick?
Hi.
Hey there. We found your vehicle. Can you come down here and talk with us?
Over here.
Here, put your hands behind your back. You're being detained right now. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, listen. Take a deep breath. We're not here just because we guessed. So think about the last 24 hours, and then we'll, okay?
Okay, have a seat. Somebody will be by with you in a second to talk to you, okay?
Alright. Like I said, I'm Officer Cox. I am a crash investigator with the traffic homicide unit. and I'm here to talk to you about a crash that occurred last night. Actually, this morning, not last night, just shortly after midnight. Is that your vehicle that is being loaded up? So that is your vehicle?
Yes, my friend drove me home last night, and he said that he hit a door, but he had a couple drinks, so he didn't want to call anyone.
Okay.
Did he kill someone?
Well, let me ask this. Who's your friend?
His name is Blaze.
Blaze is his name?
I don't know his last name, I just work with him.
You work with him?
Yeah.
Do you know where he lives? Where do you work?
St. Pete Yacht Club.
St. Pete Health Clinic?
Yacht Club.
Oh, St. Pete Yacht Club. All right, and you're saying that Blaze is the one that was driving your vehicle? Were you with him? Where were you at?
I was on the passenger. I had a couple drinks, but I wasn't gonna drive. I wasn't driving because I had a couple more. Like I had tequila shots and.
Is that typical for you? Were you working or?
No, I was off.
You were off. Okay.
Yeah, we all went to Locals and hung out for a little bit.
And where'd you go to hang out?
Locals.
Locals? Where's that at?
It's downtown on off Central.
And you said he was drinking also last night. Where was he drinking at?
Locals.
He was drinking at Locals?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anything about him?
No, don't hang out with him much. We all just went over there and we came back to my house to smoke, and he was just gonna drive me home. And
is he still here?
No, he went home last night.
What time?
I'm like 2 or 3.
And kind of going back to when the crash happened, you said that where were you at in the vehicle?
Passenger.
Front or rear?
Front.
Okay.
And I wasn't really paying attention. He said, "Oh, I just hit a door," and we talked about it. And he said he had been drinking, so he was just told me to call this morning.
So you guys talked about it. Where did you talk about it at?
In the car.
Like
After.
Did you guys stop anywhere, or did he continue driving?
Continue driving. Is everyone okay? Can you please tell me that?
We'll get there. When you say that you guys talked about the crash, what do you mean by? Can you elaborate on that for a little bit for me?
Yeah, we just talked about. He just said, "Oh, I hit that," but he decided he had been drinking and he didn't want to get in trouble, so we just came here.
Okay, and then you mentioned something about he told you to
call this morning because we came here and we looked at the damages, and he was like, "You're gonna have to call in the morning," and I wasn't awake yet. I think.
Right before the crash happened, were you guys with any other vehicles? Do you remember anything like that?
No, we weren't.
Do you remember seeing any like lights on the road or anything like that, like a cop car's lights or anything like that?
No, he might have. I wasn't really paying attention. I was talking and just lollygagging.
Okay.
I wasn't really.
Is it common for other people to drive your vehicle?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
That question wasn't a guess, it was a trap. What Mackenzie didn't realize was that her story had already been fact-checked, because while she was laying low, officers had already located the one person who could confirm the truth, her co-worker Blaze, and his version of events was completely different.
Hello, Blaze.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Officer Cox. I know you kind of just looks like you might have just woke up. I just had a couple questions to ask you regarding a crash that you might have been witness to.
Yeah.
Not any trouble. I just needed to ask him a few questions.
Is it about the white truck?
No, it actually involved one of your coworkers, Mackenzie.
Okay.
Do you recall that one?
Yeah. I didn't see the initial impact. I saw probably about like 3 seconds aftermath because I was. Are you familiar with the area where it happened?
Yeah. Can we back up a little bit? Where were you guys coming from?
So everyone went out.
Who's everyone?
Well, just like a few coworkers. I can't remember exactly who, but so we went from the yacht club. We work at the yacht club.
Is there a reason why you offered her a ride home?
Well, because everyone was offering everyone a ride home, and
Is it because they were
I knew-
drinking,
I knew,
or-
I knew people were drinking,
Alright.
so I was just trying to like look out.
Nope.
And yeah, so she just wanted to drive her car home, so she had her car, I guess.
So you offered her a ride because she had been drinking, and she declined you. I'm just putting it out there. You're not lying to me, are you? And you were the one that was driving when you should not have been?
No.
Because if I find out, there's going to be an even greater penalty. So I need you to be like completely honest with me. Are you blaming it on this Blaze person because you're scared, or were you actually the one driving? Which one is it?
I'm blaming because I'm scared.
Okay, so let's talk. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath. And let's start all over, okay?
I'm so sorry for lying.
Okay, so let's start all over.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Officer Cox. You're Mackenzie. What happened last night, Mackenzie?
I had a few drinks.
Where were you actually at?
Locals.
Okay, so you were at
Yes,
Locals.
we were all there as a group.
Okay,
I left. He was coming to my house. He was following me.
What was he
right
driving?
behind A blue Audi.
he was driving a blue Audi. And this is this Blaze person, correct?
Yes.
Do you actually know him?
Yes.
Okay. And you were coming from Locals. What were you drinking?
High noons. I had like 2 or 3 of them. I only said that because it was going with my lie. I wasn't really drunk.
Okay, so do you...
But I did hit the door, and I'm so sorry that I didn't stop.
Okay, hold on. Let's back up. We're just gonna back up for a little bit, okay? Take a deep breath for me. Okay?
I'm so scared.
Just take a deep breath. I'll tell you now. Did you happen to see that it was red and blue lights and all that stuff? And that it was a cop that was stopped on the side of the road conducting a traffic stop? Yes, you did. Can you say yes for me? Okay. He is okay. Okay? It could have been a lot worse. Okay? You know, he did sustain injuries because you almost ran him over. So tell me what's going on inside the car when you are, driving.
I don't know. I just remember his door was open, and I just remember going past, like, scraping the door. That's all I remember.
Okay.
And then I didn't know if it was. I was so scared. I didn't know if it was.
Take a deep breath for me, okay?
So I just came home, and he did tell me to call in the morning. He was like, "You're gonna have to call in the morning." I was like, "I know. I just don't know what to say or do or."
Did he happen to stay the night too, or did he actually go home?
He did go home.
He did go home, but
Yeah.
not in an Uber. He drove himself. Okay, so I'm just trying to weed.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to weed the truth from the lies.
I know.
Okay, just hang tight for me for a minute.
Can I run upstairs and go pee?
We'll get to that, okay? So just hold tight for me, okay?
Thank you.
With Mackenzie's mask of lies finally shattered, her confession filled in the final pieces of the puzzle for investigators. They now had a clear picture of what happened that night leading up to the crash. And with the truth fully established, the focus could now shift from investigation to accountability.
I am going to explain your charges. The hit and run with serious bodily injury, the hit and run property damage. You're going to be issued citations for the move over law, which is the causation of this crash, and also not registering and changing your driver's license and your registration. Do you have any questions for me? All right, these are all going to go with you. I appreciate your cooperation. You have been very cooperative and very patient with us also. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you get into a crash, just stop. Even I know that you said you'd had, a few drinks. It is better and, it's better for you to stop and make sure people are okay than to just continue to go. And I know that you said you're gonna, call today, but, sometimes these things, you are required by law when you get into a crash to stop and provide your information. and to render aid if aid needs to be.
As a result, 24-year-old Mackenzie Deaton was charged with felony counts of leaving the scene of a crash involving serious bodily harm and tampering with evidence. She also faced a charge for failing to obtain a Florida driver's license within 30 days. Her bond was set at $7,750, which she posted just 5 days after the incident. Months later, on April 30th, 2025, Mackenzie reached a plea deal with prosecutors. She was found guilty of her first felony count, and in exchange, the remaining charges were dropped. Ultimately, Mackenzie was sentenced to 17 months in the Florida Department of Corrections.